Hey beautiful people, it's Rickita and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about secure credit cards, deposits, credit increases, score increases, and more. So a lot of people don't understand how secure credit cards work, but I did get this comment, so I decided let me go ahead and just make a video. So somebody said that they just got approved for the Capital One secure credit card. They have a credit score of a 580. They wait on the card to come in the mail. But the question is, how much would their credit score go up and how long does it take? So for this question, understand that everybody's credit score is going to go up at a different rate, honestly. To make your credit score go up the fastest, make sure that you get 4 credit cards and have them reporting, or just have 4 credit cards. You don't have to get 4 more. If you already have 4, you're good. And then 2 installment accounts. Keep the balance low on those credit cards when they report to the credit bureaus. So with that Capital One, you're going to have a $200 limit on that credit card. So you're not going to want them to report on this one. You're not going to want them to report more than $10 to the credit bureau. So if you were to spend $180 on your $200 credit card, you want to make sure you pay all of that completely off or all the way down to the $10 remaining balance. And that's going to allow your credit score to be the highest, okay? So when it comes down to credit cards, it's not only about paying your bill on time, it's also about keeping your balance on that credit card to show that you're not desperate. If you're maxing out these credit cards, no other company is going to want to give you another credit card because they're going to be scared that you're going to max that one out. And then also your credit score is going to be lower because it's going to show that you have a higher risk of you may may max out another credit card because you already maxed out those credit cards. So this was a Capital One card. Now, when it come down to, like I said, your credit score, the more credit cards, the better, and keep your balance low, and your credit score is going to go up every time. Usually about 5 days after your due date, your credit score should go up from your credit card then. It may go up 5 points, it may go up 10 points. When your credit card is first added, because you don't have credit cards, your credit score may go up 50 points. It's going to be different. But like I said, get your 4 credit cards and pay your bills on time, okay? Now, the next thing is credit card deposits. Each credit card company will have a different deposit. So when it comes down to the Capital One Platinum Secure Credit Card, they have a different deposit than other credit cards. So let me go ahead and show you all their deposits. So they're going to give you a $200 limit, but depending on your credit, they may be able to give you an option to only put $49 down, $99 down, but they'll still send you a $200 credit card. So they may basically reduce your deposit depending on your credit. So again, $49, $99, or $200. You're still going to get a $200 credit card no matter what, but you have a different deposit amount that you're going to have to put down, okay? So $49, $99, or $200 minimum. So it's going to be different depending on your credit. Now, with some of the other credit cards, let's go back, the deposits is different. So with these secure credit cards, they may say that you can put down $200 all the way up to $5,000. So the Navy Federal allow you to put different amounts down. Discover allow you to put different amounts down. So you can get $1,000 credit card, a $2,000 credit card. And it's just different for each one. Capital One limits you on how much you can put down as a deposit. And when you put that deposit down, they have something called graduating. So here it is right here. You're going to be automatically considered for a higher credit line in as little as 6 months. So keep paying your credit card on time, keeping the balance low when they report to the credit bureaus. They're going to most likely increase your credit limit, and they're going to do that usually, like I said, they say like in 6 months, but some of these credit cards was like 6 months to a year they want to do that. So usually this credit card may go to a $500 credit card, and then they should be able to give you your money back too. So that's a good thing. And they'll be able to upgrade it to an unsecured platinum credit card. So use your credit card responsibly, get your deposit back. With responsible credit use, like making payments on time, you can earn back your deposit and upgrade to an unsecured platinum card. And then also you have this one right here where if you put a $200 deposit down on it, or even if you was to put 1,000, no matter, but 200 is the minimum. You put a $200 deposit down on it. Usually in about 6 months, it's going to graduate to a $2,000 credit card. So they're going to give you $200 back, and it's going to go to a $2,000 credit card. So that's why I like that one there. And then also with Discover, somebody said that theirs went from $200 to $2,100, and this one will usually happen in like 7 to 9 months, and Navy Federal is going to happen in about 6 months. There's other secure credit cards. Some of them don't graduate at all. Some of them do different things. So you have to keep that in mind. And we already talked about credit score increases. And also we talked about credit increases. When you guys are thinking about having credit cards, try to, like, when you want to apply for credit cards, try to find credit cards that can pre-qualify you with no hard inquiry. So if you go to the Capital One website, you'll see they have something where it says, see if I'm pre-approved. So that means that you can see if they can give you the credit card. So find out if you're pre-approved with no risk to your credit score. That means they're going to tell you yes or no on whether or not they're going to give you a credit card without giving you a hard inquiry. A hard inquiry is going to stay on your credit reports for 1.5 years unless you remove it, and it's going to drop your credit score maybe a few points. But it's best that you guys don't have any hard inquiries at all, or very little hard inquiries, because when you go apply for certain credit cards, they don't want to see all those hard inquiries. That means that you've been applying for credit recently, and nobody wants to give anyone a credit card that's desperate or that looks desperate. So try to see if you can pre-qualify for these credit cards without a hard inquiry. And like I said, you go right to their website and pre-qualify for it without a hard inquiry. Now on this list, this is the best credit cards to build credit. There's a lot of companies on here that can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. So let me go through some of this so you can understand how some of them work. They're going to do a soft pull, not a hard pull at all. They just want to verify your identity. So you're never going to get a hard inquiry with them. The credit builder card, you have no credit check at all. They may do a soft pull to verify your identity, but you're going to be able to get a credit card with no hard credit check, so they don't care what your credit score is like. Also, kickoff, it's a soft inquiry, no hard inquiry at all. So your credit score should not drop at all. Soft inquiries means that they don't have your full credit report and your credit score is not going to drop at all. Discover it. They can pre-qualify you, tell you yes or no whether or not they can give you a credit card without a hard inquiry. But say if they said they can give you a credit card, if you accept that, your credit score is most likely going to go down a few points because you're going to get a hard inquiry. So whenever you accept it, like they say, oh yes, Rickita, you apply for it, I can give you a credit card. You should apply for this one. If you apply for that credit card, at that point you have a hard inquiry, okay? So just keep that in mind. Also, the Tumo credit card. This one is not going to be a credit check at all, but they're going to look into your banking history. So that's like a different type of credit check. Also, in rewards, you can pre-qualify without a hard inquiry, but if you accept it, it is a hard inquiry, you guys. Capital One, again, pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. Open Sky, they have no inquiry at all. It's not a hard inquiry, should I say, but it may be a soft inquiry, so double check that one. Discover is Student Chrome credit card. This one is going to be a pre-qualification, but you technically don't need to have a credit score at all. You should just, when you apply for any credit cards and you're a student, make sure that you use your student email address. That is really most important for you. Credit One Bank, you can pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. You accept the offer, it's a hard inquiry. Mission Lane, you can pre-qualify. Pedal One, you can pre-qualify. So that's what it means by pre-qualifying for credit cards without a hard inquiry. Now, I hope that you guys found this video useful. It's just the beginning of knowing secure credit cards and deposits and things like that. Before we leave, let me show you one more credit card though. Now I thought about it, and that's the credit builder card. With the credit builder card, this one don't graduate. You put $200 down on it, and you're going to get your money back when you close your credit card. And you really don't want to close your credit cards. But this is one where it's not going to graduate. They're not going to give you a higher limit credit card in 6 months, 12 months. This is one where you just don't have a choice. You need to get a credit card, and you opt to get this secure credit card. That's what this is about. But if you can help it, try to get the Discover, the Navy Federal, and the Capital One, because all three of those graduate. Okay, so that's just my thing about those. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. I'll see you guys in the next video.